Hello, I am back. Okay, so my next guest is Dee Mason, and she is co-owner of Goth Angel Productions and also sponsor of Festival of the Unexplained. I would please like you to welcome Dee. I'm just going to bring her on now. Here she is. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so firstly, there's lots of things I'm going to ask you about the different things that you're involved in. But to begin with, Goth Angel Productions. Okay, so firstly, how did the name come about?
That will be my my cousin Cindy, who is also business partner. She actually lives over in Canada. She's actually just one side of Vancouver. She's in suburbs of Vancouver in BC. So top of the California West Coast. Actually, she'll tell me off for that. Anyway, she's West Coast Canada, right at the top. She just said in 2015. I've been thinking about doing. I really want to do a paranormal TV show, and I know you've got to get launched and everything. You have to come up with a name and stuff. So I said, yeah, and she said, how was just names here? And she said, Goth Angel Productions. I went, well, it's catchy. Okay, fine, let's roll with it. And why not? We'll do this social media promotion. Said, and I'll work on the website, because she openly admitted she hadn't got a clue about how to build a website. She knew how to one. So it was really Cindy, and she in spooky crime. But with us being so far away, like thousands of miles away, she actually come on the telly with me. Of course, now that we've got this pandemic, nobody comes on the TV with me. This is the first time I've been on sort of television for months. So I'm back.
Okay. You keep freezing. I keep losing you.
Oh, now, see, I'm okay. You and me are fine on my end. For once, my internet is working.
Okay, so Goth Angel Productions. What is Goth Angel Productions? What is it that you actually do, apart from sponsoring our festival, obviously?
You're welcome, by the way. It's fun. We are the independent content producer department of my company, which is registered limited in England, which is MG Multimedia Group. That's a digital marketing company. But because that came into effect after Goth Angel, we decided, me and Cindy jointly, let's absorb Goth Angel into M&G so that we've got more power, we've got more things we can do, more little hands to go out and do stuff for people. And we said we will use that because of the name and the fact that we created it to start our own paranormal show. Why on earth don't we use it as the indie content? And then if people come to us through the marketing channel, we can actually say to them, don't worry about it, we can produce that for you. It doesn't matter if it's slightly off key and it's like, it's spooky, or you want us to produce your paranormal TV show. Yeah, fine, we can do that. Goth Angel Productions is the side that can do that for you. If it's more sniffle-palip and mainstream corporate, well, that's what M&G can do that, because obviously Goth Angel Productions puts people off a little bit. But, we can also then, if we can build websites and manage them, we can do the videography. We can basically do any side of marketing that M&G can do, because
oh, you've frozen. Just having a few technical issues there. Oh, she's gone. Dee's having some technical issues.
See.
Oh, we've just got a black screen. Oh, you're back now, Dee. You've completely gone. You was just a black screen.
You were as well. On my end, we both went black, and I thought, should I keep talking or not? Yeah, so basically, it's like talking to the wall. Just hold on for a minute. Don't look like the idiot. But yeah, so basically we're an independent, an indie content producer. But if someone comes to us and says, can you produce this for me? Yes. I mean, we can do promotional videos. We can do training videos. We can do website. We can do sorts. But we can also, if you come to us with a bunch of footage and you say, I can't get an editor, we can edit it for you as well. We'll turn it round and finish it all off as a nice shiny package and hand it back to you digitally, and there you go. So you've got your, we've got all different, we've got different staff that come with different abilities. So when we need them, we can actually, somebody come back on staff. We've got so many different multi-talented people on staff.
Okay, I got some questions coming in. Not a question, but Jolene said, hi, Dee, love the name Goth Angel. She'll be back shortly, as in me, that was. I'll be back shortly. Jolene's part of the, as you know, part of Festival Explain team. Right, so what's the biggest production you have dealt with to date?
Ooh. It was a film student's very first movie, and he actually said, care about what genre company works in, I need your help. So he said, could you bring your TV crew to teach my TV crew how to actually do everything properly, instead of in university where it's all in a little plastic bubble of this is how we do it and this is the learning curve. And so that was interesting. It was 2 years ago in the West Midlands in 30-odd degree heat, and me with my blonde hair and my whole crew, and I ended up burnt to crisp, stiff as a board, still at work, trying to location manage and manage everybody else and keep, like, be kind of the mum on set, so to speak, because I was in my 40s and the whole entire film crew were late teens to early 20s, and I felt like this mummy hen with my wings around everybody going, it's okay guys, if you can't direct it because it's too hot, don't worry, this is what you've hired me for, I'll come and do it. So, and then you got like student actors who were completely like frightened kittens or rabbits in the headlights going, oh, there's this really big camera and there's all this stuff, and there's this woman going, shh, quiet on set, please. Can we please concentrate on what we're doing? Because that was me, because there were all these kids together. And can you please put your phone back in your pocket? We are not doing downtime, people. Unless it's in the scene that you're on your phone, I don't want to see your telephone. Sorry, Mum.
Next question for you. How did you get into this in the first place?
Oh, golly. Well, I was born in 1973. My entertainment.
Yeah, your internet's gone again, Dee.
Well, I'm fine on it. Can you see me and hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, my dad was an actor and musician. My uncle, who's actually my goddad, he's an actor and musician, and basically it's the family industry, so I didn't really have much choice. So literally I have been in the entertainment media business for over 30 years, but I wouldn't want to work anywhere else. I love it. It's literally in my blood.
Okay, Jolene again says, you can see you love what you do. How did you receive the calling to your profession? Like you said, you were in the entertainment industry, yeah. But your family were, but then you could have gone any route really. So why did you go down the route that you have?
I really wanted to. I really honestly wanted to. I was put through theatre school, and then we emigrated from England over to Spain in the back end of 1992. And I went to community college, and that was lovely. That was doing like arts and media and just journalism and stuff. Then an opportunity came to stay studying at the same place, because it suddenly became a satellite type add-on learning establishment for University of Alicante. And it meant I only had to go to the actual university campus once a month. The rest of it I could actually learn while I was still staying at the same place. So I actually then signed up and got enrolled to do my Bachelor of Arts in, as they called it in Spain, broadcasting and performing arts. So I just went the whole hog, really. And at the time, Dad was still alive and he was still a musician. So, you know, I was still actively, literally nearly 24/7. I was involved in the entertainment industry and I loved it. You know, it was brilliant. Yeah.
Okay. I've got lots of questions, but I'm just going to get through the ones that I've got on the screen. That's really interesting. You should do the same with paranormal teams, as it would be great to have this knowledge while on investigations and set up some sort of class, etc. So that's something. Were you planning on coming with us at some point? Are you next year? I'll back out.
You want to go out again? That would be lovely. I mean, I
You're breaking up again, unfortunately.
As well, but you know, I know my screen is yours. Can you hear me at all? I will say sorry about this, guy.
Okay, should go in.
Being on my side that is not Vodafone, and they've set up and they've told me not to do anything about it. So I'm having to work with patching. Now you've gone off, Karen.
Yeah. Well, we've had. You're the second one today. We had the same problem earlier today with our friend. Yeah, we can see you, but you're frozen. Andy Sawyer had the same issue. Different internet provider. We had the same problem earlier today when I was doing the Haunted Magazine interview. We kept
still live because I can see the clock counting down. I honestly can't do anything about internet.
That's all right. You're back.
I can see myself. I can obviously hear myself and see the screen. I can't see anything else up live. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry. I can hear you. We can see you. That's
Karen
fine.
Might be back. I can hear. There you are. I can see you and hear you.
Oh, okay. We could hear.
I don't know.
We could see and hear you, but you couldn't see and hear us. So, yeah. So, would that be something you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, it would. It would. Because for the TV, we have to have these days. We really should, as investigators, we should have a camera. And if we have a moving image camera, then that backs ourselves up. Because if you're a genuine investigator and you have even the slightest empathic or mediumship skill, you can say what you like because it's within inside you. So there isn't anything that you can prove. And these days, everybody's going to say, well, take photos or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You can tell them, oh, this happened, that happened. Yeah, but where's your proof? So at least if you have a camera with you, but you can actually give anybody a camera, but if you don't show them what the red button is for, and that if there's a little red blinky light, it means it's recording. Not everybody gets that. So yeah, and also show them how to use the equipment that you're going to give them to back up what they might be feeling. So I would love to do it. Yes, if it can be organised, then absolutely.
So what other services do you offer as M&G or Goth Angel or both?
Um, for multimedia, we do everything. I am starting a new business and I need the whole marketing package. I have not even got a logo. We can say, right then, let's start with your logo. What's your services you're going to offer? I even say, what kind of colours have you got in mind for the look of your business? And we will start with a colour. For instance, with you guys, Festival of the Unexplained, it's red and black, two simple colours. And we build from that. So we do the branding and identity, because your business identity is absolutely everything. Because you see an Apple, you think Apple Mac. You see, it's that kind of thing. Their marketing is, well, they don't need to worry about it anymore, because everyone knows who they are.
Yeah.
So then we go onto the website and we build the website, and we add the services in, and we carry on with the look, and then we put the people in who are going to be the team, and then we'll go onto your social media and we'll social media match, and we'll sort out all the SEO, they call it, which is search engine optimization. I say SEO to people, and a lot of the time they'll go, what? And then you go, it's search engine optimization. And you go, oh, that's what I've hired you for. And fair enough. It's when you know how to do it, it's fast and simple, but it constantly needs to be updated. And then we can go on and we can actually.
Very time consuming.
It is very time consuming. But then we can say, right, okay, you've got a promotion coming up, so you need a video. Well, we can make your video for you as well. But we cannot just make a video. We can actually make it with the rendered coding. So it goes on your social media, it goes on your YouTube, it gets to be embedded into your website. You can even put it on television, terrestrial TV as we know it these days, because everything is digital. So we can do everything. But you see, Goth Angel Productions can do the same. Because, like I said, it's the same company, it's just a different department. So we just pool those resources, and we can pull everything in, and we can do it that way. But the big difference with us is we understand we're now in a financial economic situation where, unless you are extremely well off, or you're one of these CEOs for a big corporation, you've been with them for however many years, you're a career worker, and you've got, say, 40 odd grand salary every year, which I would dearly love, but you can't afford massive prices for a marketing package. So what we say is, well, in that case, let's look different. And we say to people, if you're a brand new company, that means that already you've probably had to have a job to pay your bills. So what spare have you realistically got? Instead of credit checking people, which tells me what happened to you 3-4 years ago, which I'm really not interested in, I'm actually interested in, can you pay me? Yeah. Because I'm doing this to be paid as well. It's a job. But if my customer comes to me and says to me, look, all I can spare is £20 a month, I'll say, well, my fees are not going to change. It's going to take you long off. Yeah. And pay my bills, but we will still work with you because nobody else will. So I'm not going to say no to a customer who I know full well needs my assistance, and it changes it from being, oh, I really want your money, to what can we do to help? Because if I, for instance, only got £20 a month, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't buy a lot, but it makes it possible for somebody else have a job and have an income, or a chance at an income, where in this day and age, everybody is strapped for cash, and it's not a safe place to be in employment-wise. I mean, your employer these days could just say, I'm really sorry, we have to close, or we have to let you go because we've got no choice, because the pandemic's made it impossible to keep you on. So that's it, really.
Okay, and also you've got up on the corner there, True Paranormal, which is something else we should talk about and mention as we can other side. That's the one. So
that one.
yeah, that one. So tell us about True Paranormal.
It is in production again because things, like the difference in mileage and time zones between me and Cindy being huge. True Paranormal actually started out as a complete and total accident where Cindy and I was visiting her in Canada, and we decided we were going to go for a nice family day out. And there was one other person with us, but they didn't want to be mentioned today. But we went out to this lovely place called Deer Lake Park, and it happens to have a lovely, old Victorian mansion, not huge like English man. House because Mrs. Second was 2 seconds and back. I'll keep going just in case anyone can't see me. Sally House, are you back?
Yeah.
A lady who eventually happily Grace when she was married. She actually, I think it was either inherited or she bought land.
Dee, do you want to try logging out and then logging back in? You've lost you again. Oh. No, you're completely gone.
Now we're back.
Yep. You're back again.
I've got to ring my council and Vodafone. What on earth is going on here? I'm paying you enough money for the internet, not getting the quality of service. Excuse me. Anyway, so Sepley House because now there we are. I'm back.
We can hear you, so you just carry on.
Things, it's had so many different uses. It is currently owned by the City of Burley City Hall and used as a art gallery. Now we went there and I snuck a camera in my bag and she didn't know, and we went for a look around Sepley House and I said, it might be nice, come on, let's go and have a look at some artwork, and it's haunted. So she went, oh okay, well let's go and have a look then. And we ended up going up to what is the middle floor, but it's the only the highest floor that the public can access. And we got the camera out and we started filming. And she started hearing voices from people that weren't there, and you can clearly hear it on the footage. And of course, having as Zach Bagans calls it, enhanced it, which is just turn the sound up. I turned the sound up on the edit so that you can hear it properly, because there was an air conditioner at the same time to make sure that the air temperature in the room didn't deviate, because they had priceless artwork in there, so I had to turn the sound up. But you can hear it, and it's all audio, but we also had she had a thermal app on her phone, which I was a bit doubtful about, because I thought, it's an app on a phone, it might or might not work. As it happens, it did work, and we saw things like cold spots that looked like footprints on the floor in front of us, but it wasn't where anybody had stepped. And it was quite warm in the room because of the paintings. And we just did a little EVP session, and we got no replies on the recording. We got actual replies, like voices in the air, so to speak. But there were questions that we were asking. And at one point we walk out of that room, go on, and we were on a top balcony faced with either turning right and going down past into the other room, or going down the stairs, which is a beautiful pine staircase, big square, absolutely stunning. And we actually heard inside the stairwell this little child voice going, "Mama, Ma," and there was nobody there. And we actually heard it, literally no echo. It wasn't from outside. We knew that there were no children in the vicinity because there were no children allowed in the building. It was just, there was no echo, there was nothing. It was like a dead sound. And that made me, on reviewing the footage, I said to Cindy, if you hear a human voice that is made from a vocal cords and a voice box in a place like that, that will echo. There's no carpet on the floor, all wood. It was things that sound bounce. I said it didn't echo, it didn't bounce and come back at me because whatever made it wasn't physically there. It didn't have the voice box, the vocal cords to do it. I said, which was a little bit weird, seeing as we didn't even hear it when we were there. As far as we were concerned, it didn't happen. And she says, well, how is it then that cameras can actually hear these things? I said, because simply the camera lens is not connected to a thought processing brain. And therefore, what happens, it sees and the microphone picks up and it all goes on to the memory card, or the tape if you still use tapes. And I said, that's it. I said, I'm really impressed. So then, of course, at the end of the day, we're back at the hotel, we're reviewing all the footage, we're coming up with this and that and the other. And I'm like, that didn't happen. And she went, well, it did, because it's there on the film. We went, yeah, but it didn't happen. We didn't hear it, didn't see it. I said to her, you know, really should turn this into something. I can't hear you now. I'm watching you mime.
I said, sorry, you were actually... You didn't see and hear it in real time. It was just on the footage.
Yeah, just on the footage. I normally have experienced that spirits don't want to talk to me on an EVP recording. They want to have an interaction. And it sometimes really annoys me. I'm like, can you not just once? Just one little EVP, please? And they won't do it. It's as if apparently I'm quite interested in them and they want to have a conversation with me, which is all right, but I can't hear them, so they need to shout louder.
Quick question. Adam missed the beginning of the show. He's just missed the beginning of what you were talking about, and he said, "Where was this location? Sounds amazing."
It's actually in Burnaby, Canada, which is just to. If you look at the map of Vancouver, it's actually just to the right, city of Burnaby, and that is British Columbia. Fantastic place. Unfortunately, because of it being a full-time visitor centre, art gallery, it does.
No, she's frozen, unfortunately, and we've lost sound. I think what Dee was trying to say there was, unfortunately, with the fact that it's open art gallery, it's not actually there for paranormal investigating. It's a location they went to, but not technically to do an investigation. It wasn't technically booked as that. It was a venue they went to visit, basically, and they did some videoing at the time, Adam, just to put it in short for you for what we were just discussing, basically, just to get you up to speed. When you, talk about Gant Vancouver, are you still with us, Dee? I think she's gone again. Apologies, everyone. It's the internet connection she has, unfortunately. There's nothing she can actually do about it to change it, as much as she'd like to, and she's tried to. So I will try and bring Dee back on shortly. Going back to what she was talking about. So, Dee's part obviously runs Goth Angel Productions, which is part of MG Media. She also runs True Paranormal, and which I am going to ask her about as well. She's also writes for a newspaper. And
we're back.
He's back with us. I was just explaining that you've got Goth Angel Productions, True Paranormal, M&G, and you also write for a newspaper as well.
I do. And if you just actually, I'm going to do something clever. I'm going to go like that. You see? Here you go. You can.
The Curious Times, that's the paper that Dee writes for. And where is the Curious Times newspaper, Dee?
They're actually Los Angeles, well, just south.
And you do quite a lot over in America.
By a really good friend of mine. Yeah, I do. Unless, of course, we've got this pesky lockdown for a pandemic. I do a lot. And in the place.
Just lost connection there again, guys. Sorry about this, guys. Like I said, there's not much we can do about it. Dee's internet is having issues. She is trying to get it sorted. We'll see if we can bring him back. Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back. I do see you, lovely. Yes, I do apologise for this.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah. So yeah, I'm missing America because I used to live in Los Angeles before I knew Patty, but I miss the place. And of course, last October was when I was there, and I went to Vegas and covered Zach's museum over 2 days for the newspaper. That was my my first assignment, and that was very eye-opening and very interesting indeed. And I actually miss that place. I miss Peggy. Me and Peggy got on well.
Yeah, we've had this conversation, haven't we? And where else have you, like you said about Patty? Oh, are you still there?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Just checking. Just making sure you hadn't frozen. Yeah, and you said you mentioned Patty. She's at Paracon this weekend, isn't she? Yeah, over in Virginia. I know we've spoken to her the last couple of days.
Yeah. So I know Patty is adorable. I absolutely love the bones of that woman. She has got the driest sense of humor. Crazy about dragons. And she's just such a lovely lady. She's so warm. Anybody watching this who watches Ghost Adventures, the way that you see Patty Negri on TV, that's Patty. There's no TV Patty and private Patty. Patty's just that way. She's just so cool. I love her to bits.
So where have you investigated over in America? Obviously, you used to live over there, so
yeah.
Okay, let me change the question. If there was one place you think, you or us, if there's one place we should go and investigate, where would it be?
It would be Psych's Museum, but I know that will never happen. Just because the amount of objects that are in there, the energy that swirls around like a whirling dervish, his itself, he literally, if you can feel it, leaves an imprint on the place. It's just, you can, if you're an empath or you're very sensitive or even slightly sensitive, and you walk past the place, you can feel it vibrate and pulse with spirit energy. It is amazing. It is like a cornucopia of craziness, but if you're you really want to have your eyes open and investigate more for answers, which if you're a genuine investigator, you will want those answers because we've all got our own personal questions, then it's just an amazing place. And I'm gonna plug it for him now. Please, everybody, save up your money, get yourselves over to Vegas, go and visit the museum. It's a hell of an experience. You cannot get better.
Yeah, some friends of ours, Barry Guy and Phil Meesey and Lee Bliss and Mark Williams and the boys, they all went over there for Barry's birthday. And so I've heard a lot about it from Barry, and he's talked about it before, and some of the guys have talked about it. Yeah, they went for a boys' holiday and they went there, and obviously went with Chris Fleming because obviously he's Chris and Barry are really good friends. What was I going to say? Completely lost train of thought then for a minute. Lost the plot for a second. Very like me to do things like that. So yeah, going back, how can people contact you, Dee?
They can actually get in touch with our pages. First of all, behind me got the new website for True Paranormal Vlogs. You can get so please either put that down to whatever. So you actually the website gothproductions.com. Search for us on social media. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. Twitter is at Goth Angel Prod 1 because it wouldn't allow us to put productions in because the word was too long.
Yeah, I've got the same with my Haunted Magazine one. I'm haunted. I think I'm Haunted MA1 or something like that because I couldn't get the whole thing on there. You wouldn't allow it.
And of course, you can, like I said, on Facebook. We do have a YouTube channel which we don't use very often, and it is in the plan to expand. And we're also going to expand into using Twitch. Have I gone?
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, Twitch. I've been looking at that. Another question for you. In USA, would you go to the Stanley Hotel, The Shining?
Yes, absolutely. I've seen it on the GA episode. One, I thought it was a beautiful building.
Yeah.
And two, because I saw that Zach was able to like be feet away from a caribou, you know, that melted my heart, and I thought, okay, I could do that. It's fun, it'd be a nice detox, but I would also want to go for the spookiness as well as the history and the architecture. So yes, definitely, but I would want to also be allowed in the coach house to be able to have an investigation with doors locked, speak, just do it in quiet and calm, away from all the tourism and the rest of the guests, because I found if it's away from all the hubbub, things happen, because then it's quiet and people are more willing to speak, even if they're people without a body. So
okay. So was there anything else you wanted to mention today, Dee, to us, or to let we put all your you'll do it will you put your links in the comments for everyone so they can check out your pages and your website and so on, so they can find you?
Yep.
Make it easier for them.
Please do come and follow us. Have a look on the websites. Definitely as well, thesecurioustimes.net. Please do have a look at that if you want to. Desperately, you can read my pieces that I've written in the past. Have a really good read of my experience with Peggy the Doll, and just a quick review of the museum, because like I say, highly recommend the place. Yes, I'll pop all our social links up and the websites, and please do feel free to follow, because, pardon me, especially if you actually mention I'm following because I actually watched your interview with Unexplained. I'll know who you are, and I'll like interact with you. Unfortunately, I don't interact with everybody, because there are a little bit some not so nice people that will go over the top and call themselves fans, and you just be like, I'm going to talk to you every second of the day, and I'm like, sorry, got a life. But yeah, so absolutely.
Okay, that's live visuals are very exciting. They agree. We've got applause from the Festival of the Explained team. One of them is putting an applause on for us. So thank you, guys.
And I'm seeing this on the screen. Because of sound problems, we didn't hear what museum in Vegas. What other museum is there in Vegas that's worth visiting? Zach Fagan's The Haunted Museum. Come on.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you for you joining me today.
Thank you. And about the internet problems.
That's okay. It happens. Tasha says thank you. Great chat. Next interview will be at 6:30. It will be the lovely Jolene Lockwood will be interviewing It's across the bottom of the screen there, going across. She'll be interviewing Michael and Marty Parry, medium and psychic artist team, and they will be joining her and having a chat for an hour at 6:30. And then Jolene will be staying on, and she will be doing live readings for an hour for you afterwards. So stay on, join Jolene and Michael and Marty Parry, who have also, as you already mentioned, Ghost Ventures. They have actually been on that show, and many others in America. So please join Jolene and them at 6:30, 9 minutes from now, and then join Jolene again straight after for live readings. They were not scheduled, but as we were discussing them during a live earlier today, and the fact that we hadn't got any live readings on this weekend, Jolene volunteered this morning to actually do an hour this evening for you. So thank you again, Dee. Thank you for everyone commenting. Thank you to everybody watching. And stay with us. We're not finished yet. Continue to watch. There's another 2 hours to go, and we hope you can all join us tomorrow from 10 in the morning until 8. All these lives are available afterwards if you have missed any of them on Facebook, and they're also available on YouTube.